kind of in a moment feeling that I may be speaking in code to a lot of people. And if you don't understand the words that I'm saying, or you don't comprehend what I'm saying, it may appear that I'm speaking in some kind of codified language. But God has ordained the higher powers. And if you look at Romans 13 and understand Paul's words in Romans 13, 1-7, you will see that there's a structure put in place. Paul was very aware of that civil Caesar registration system that was going on. He was very well versed in it, understood that clearly. In fact, Paul would have been a Roman that would have had a lodal title because of what it was to be a Roman at that time. And someone who purely was a Roman with that legal status of Caesar, they had land with no tax. So they were almost like these barons in the feudal system who landlorded over land and had all the commoners and the peasants underneath them. So Paul was in a very heavy hierarchy in the past as a Roman. Now, it may seem like this situation is hopeless, but Paul's words are there to give you answers. He's not a heretic. He's said to be subject for conscience sake, and conscience is equity. So he's saying you're subject for conscience sake, but in a manner that most people would not see. They don't realize that God's directing this path, and therefore the seal that's outside this frame, the seal, has a lot to do with what I will call is the relief. And maybe look as much as you can into that word relief, because you want to be in the relief, because when they authenticate this document, or authenticate what appears to be the statement of birth record, at least in the jurisdiction of Ontario, they're only authenticating the seal of that office. And then they put AD on the dating system, which doesn't happen in the birth certificate anywhere. Only happens when they're dealing with the seal or the power of this office. So AD can only refer to something to do with the supremacy of God, the throne of Jesus Christ, his sovereignty. And when you understand that, you'll understand there is relief coming on this. So I'm going to keep stressing the word relief. This document was done in relief for those that are seeking the kingdom of God.